Been speaking recently to some of the great and the good and the great talents of music in Ireland, young and old. This time I've got a young gentleman who's been making a big impression over this past few years in music in Ireland. He hails from Newcastle West in County Limerick. I'm delighted to say hello to Eddie Carey. Eddie, how are you?
Good, Jory. Great to be on. Thanks very much for having me on.
A real pleasure, Eddie. A real pleasure. Listen, you've had a lot of success over this past few years since you started out on the road in music.
Yeah, I was very lucky, being honest about it, with the music business. As I said, the thing about it was I started off, I suppose, when I was maybe 5 years of age, and my father taught me. He used to do a bit with Phil Coulter. He used to play guitar, and he used to write a few songs as well, and I suppose I picked it up from him. When I was 5 years old, my mum passed away, and my father brought up 11 of us. There was 11 of us in the family, so he brought us all up, and he was a musician. He gave it up. So he did. He used to drive a truck for a living as well. So he gave it up then. He was originally actually from the UK. He was living down in Walking, so he was for a long time. That's what it came out of. And as I said, that's kind of how it started out for me. But over the last couple of years, I suppose I'm working on my third album. So I had 2 albums out. So as I said, they've been a success so far. So fingers crossed. It's just a pity the way things are gone at the moment, you know.
Indeed so, because guys like you were really sort of coming through and making an impact, and then Bosch. I mean, you were a busy lad. I mean, up until the lockdown.
Oh yeah, we were very, very busy, being honest about it. We were in the studio recording a couple of new songs. Actually, we have a new single coming out in the next couple of weeks. So we must get it over to you. As I said, we were very, very busy. We were in the studio doing new albums, and we were putting a brand new band on the road. We had our launch nights organised for where we were going to go, from north, south, east and west, and we were getting a UK tour put together as well. So as I said, hopefully when this is back up and running again, hopefully we'll be back together, and we'd like to come over and see all of you in the UK as well.
Indeed, that'll be lovely. Go back to where unfortunately your mum had passed away. That must have been a pretty tough time for you.
Yeah, it was a tough time for us, is right. As I said, I was only 5. I was the baby of the family, and there was 11 of us in the family altogether. My dad then finished up work, and he stopped in, and he bought a house in Newcastle West in County Limerick in Ireland, and he brought us all up. So he did, and he looked after us from now, and he actually is just after passing away. Would you believe he passed away in February, the 23rd of February? So he's just after passing away as well. So we're all on our lonesome now, as the man.
Indeed, my sympathies there, but he really he must have been an incredible individual, to be left in a situation of having 11 children, albeit not as young as you, but still in all a major major task to suddenly have.
Oh yeah. As I said, he was always there by my side. Anytime you would see me anywhere, like my dad was by my side, no matter what gig, he always stood beside me, and he always give me the extra push on with something that you need, because at the moment the music business is very, very hard to get into, and like you need to be in with everybody and know everybody and talk to everybody. I was lucky I had my dad by my side, because he would have known a lot of the guys over here, like Jimmy Buckley and stuff like that, and as I said to you, it was great to have him by my side, and give me the confidence, give me the boost. Even picking music, he was very, very good to pick a song, that he would think would go well, like with the punters, and be played on the radio stations and stuff like that. He was very, very good like that. So as I said, I was delighted the time that I did get to spin with him. I was delighted that I did get to spin with him,
Indeed, that was excellent. I must say, you did pick some cracky tracks, like for example, Murphy's Bar, absolutely brilliant.
Yeah, Murphy's Bar, that was a little song. I was actually, myself and a friend of mine were going gigging in the UK, and that's how that song came up. We were on the plane, and there was this lad inside in the airport, and if you listen to the lyrics, it tells the story anyway, but there was this lad inside the airport, Seamus his name was, and he was going to Australia, but he wasn't really going to Australia because he was too old and they wasn't going to leave him to Australia. But at the end of the day, he was playing this tune on the fiddle, and I picked it up on the plane. And when we got on the plane, I actually wrote the song. So there's a friend of mine, he kept humming the tune that Seamus was playing, so I ended up writing the song Murphy's Bar. So that's how that one came up.
That is brilliant. That is absolutely brilliant. Well done on that. I mean, it takes a bit of Eddie. It takes a little bit of talent to be able to do something like that. I mean, I think that's absolutely amazing to be able to to just write a song like that.
Yeah, it's great. As I said, it's a great gift to have. Not only that you can go out and perform to people, but when you go out and perform your own music to people and your own songs that you've written, it's great because, as I said, when you hear the punter singing the songs back to you, and that actually it went to number one in the Australian country music chart, Murphy's Ballad, and we were delighted because, as you know, there's a lot of Irish and a lot of English in Australia, and back then, like I tell you, we were over the moon with that song. It was just so good to get it out and get done what we needed to do with it,
Indeed, it was absolutely brilliant. I must say, I saw a video of you. You do some Facebook live stuff at the moment, Eddie.
Yeah, as I said before the lockdown, we joined up with a new management company, so we did, and that's when we were in the producing of putting the new band together and going back on the road again. So it just happened, as I said, the lockdown came in and we didn't get a chance to go back on the road. But then we started this. We don't do it often, being honest about it. We do it maybe once or twice a month. We do this like a Facebook Live, and it's been going very, very well for us, to tell you the truth. Like every couple of days, every couple of weeks, I will put up a song. Like if we're in the studio or something like that, and I get the people that's watching us on Facebook, I get their opinion on what do you think of the song that we're doing. Would you like it, or what song would they recommend us to put on an album and stuff like that. So we're getting great feedback at the moment from our Facebook Live.
Indeed, I saw you actually doing an absolutely an amazing rendition of "Just an Illusion."
Oh, that's a great song. Yeah, that's funny how that came up again, because we were actually in the studio. It was my dad that picked that song, and we were in the studio recording that, and he kept on about it and on about it and on about it for months, And I said, no, I don't think it's true, because it's not country. It's kind of a middle of the road song, And he said, no. He said, I'm telling you, put a bit of steel into it and a bit of fiddle. He said, a bit of banjo, and you'll make it country. And since he passed away, I never sang it before. After he passed away, we went into the studio and we recorded it. And since I done it, people have just gone stone crazy for it, So we're hoping to get that out in the next maybe a week or two. That's our next single coming out. So hopefully in the next week or two it'll be out to the radio station.
Indeed, it was it was amazing. Well done on it. I found it incredible. And I must say it really. I was amazed. I never heard a male singer doing it before, but I must say your voice, it just just really gels with it.
Oh, thanks very much, Jory, for that. Yeah, it's a great track, as I said. And like the thing about it is there's so many songs out there at the moment, and trying to choose which one is going to be right and which one is not going to be right for it, And the thing, we did a little Tom Jones number there as well. That was very big for us as well. Help Yourself, it was called, and that went down a storm as well at the concerts and the shows that we were doing, So it's great. It's great to have a different variety of stuff like that you can do, and people can come out to see, and to see like you can sing country, and you can also do ballads, and you can also do middle of the road stuff, So it's great to have that variety in the show that we do.
Indeed, so it takes it all at all. It does all. It does all really, really work. It also well done on it, and it's cracking stuff. But you're like behind the scenes. I know you're not able to appear anywhere or do anything at the moment, but you're sort of getting the act together and getting geared up for as soon as you will be able to play again.
Oh yes, myself and the band are in contact nearly every day, and as I said, we were all good friends anyway before the lockdown even came in, and like we have a good band there, and there's 5 of us in the band altogether. So there's, and as I said, the thing about it is why we were so close and why the band was so tight, I think, was because we were so friendly in the band, and everybody had their own opinions what we're doing and what we're not going to do. But we're really looking forward to coming back on the road. Hopefully. More than likely it's going to be next year. Hopefully not. Hopefully, fingers crossed. But I'll say it'll be next year before we get back on the road again with the band. But we're really looking forward to it.
Right, excellent. Delighted to hear that, and I think I think it's always great for an industry when you've got new guys like you coming along. I mean, it's fresh faces, it's fresh voices in music, and I think it really adds into the mix of the entertainment.
Yeah, you always need new people coming on in the entertainment business, because if you don't have it, like, the music dies out and that's it, But there's some great talent out there at the moment, Jerry.
Yes.
All over Ireland, all over the UK, all over the world. Like, country music is massive everywhere you go, and like, there's massive talent out there, and people come up to me and they say, "Oh, how do you get here and how do you get there?" Like, at the moment, we're still starting out with our own band, and at the moment, like, it is very hard to get into places, and it's very hard for people to take a chance on new bands. For the simple reason is, like, when people don't know you, they won't, like, it's very hard for them to come out and book you and stuff like that. That's understandable, but, like, there's ways of doing things now, like Facebook, for instance. We were just having a chat there about you do a live Facebook feed. Like, Facebook at the moment, it's free advertising, and it's great because, like, millions of people watch Facebook. There's millions of people tune into Facebook every night.
They do. And the one interesting thing, Eddie, and I've said this to a number of entertainers, is that for people who are doing Facebook, the Facebook Lives, there are television channels who would be delighted to have the viewing figures that many of these artists actually have for just one show on Facebook.
Oh, they would. As I said to you, like, Facebook is great advertising, and you have, like, stuff that we do now, a lot of stuff we do, like, since we started doing the Facebook Live. People, like, from Australia, people from America, people from the UK that haven't seen us and heard us before, and it's great to get them people, because, like, at the end of the day, they're the people you want. They're the people that comes to the gigs. They're the people that buys your merchandise. They're the people that buys your CDs and stuff, and that's what you want. That's what keeps the show rolling,
Indeed so. That's it. At the end of the day, well done, Eddie, on all your endeavours so far. It's been absolutely fantastic. It's
thanks very much.
It's lovely to catch up with you, I must say. And listen, I wish you all the success in the world, and fingers crossed, when safe to do so, you'll be back in action. And listen, thanks a million for talking to me and to yourself and your band and your family. Listen, stay well, stay safe, and stay healthy.
Thanks very much, Jerry, and hopefully when we're in the UK we'll catch up with you soon.